delivery driver for Mather Brothers. It's a nice company. They're located in multiple states. Brandon, where do you service for Mather Brothers?
For Mather Brothers, I am out of the Phoenix base right now. I specifically serve the city of Chandler.
All right, very good. What are your working hours typically?
The working hours really varies depending on the time of year. Summer obviously is going to be the heaviest. Right now, usually start at 4 o'clock and it'll run about 12-hour days on average, and that's going 6 days a week right now.
6 days a week. Does that carry through the winter, or how does the
No.
winter week?
So that's kind of the give and take. This job, we have to go really hard during the summer months, but once winter comes, not too many people need ice during there. It's cold enough outside, so it's when we start to get our break. More like 3 to 4 day weeks. Give our bodies a couple months to rest.
What would you call your winter months?
The winter months out here, it starts to slow down starting in November, right around Thanksgiving, and it'll carry through until usually around middle of February or beginning of March.
Right. That's not too long of a winter compared to a lot of places, but we have a little bit longer winters here in Alabama.
Yeah, over in Phoenix, it's we're known for being hot.
That's right.
So we're chatting today with Brandon Greves from Mather Brothers, specifically because we saw a local TV station did a spot with Brandon, and he really represented the Iceman very well, I thought. And so we wanted to take a moment, show you that clip, and then we're going to ask him some follow-up questions.
Might be the coolest job in the valley, delivering the hot ticket item of ice. It's in high demand right now. ABC 15's Cameron Polam tagging along with an ice delivery driver who knows what he's dropping off is the pickup a lot of people need in this heat.
The ballet of semi-trucks entering ready ice in Phoenix begins before sunrise, masterfully swapping in and out of loading docks, packing essential cargo during one of the hottest weeks on record.
18,000 pounds of ice on this truck right now. Seems like it just gets hotter and hotter every year.
Mather Bros ice delivery driver Brandon Greves is loaded up and on his way to one of their biggest customers.
It's probably the biggest use for it is these construction guys.
In particular, the massive operation underway at Intel in Chandler, where Brandon's cargo might as well be gold.
Look at that, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ice machines. We still got to come save the day.
The plant construction site can only be described as a small city when you see it up close. Nearly 6,000 skilled workers dedicated to achieving a singular goal, and Brandon is helping make sure they have their most important tool during this record-breaking heat.
Today, I'll probably be dropping off to 10 to 12 different locations.
In just a matter of hours, he'll drop off nearly 25,000 pounds of ice all over the site.
It's constant calls of, we just got 800 bags yesterday and we're out.
Mather Bros owner Todd Mather says they're busier than ever, not only thanks to projects like Intel and TSMC in North Phoenix, but an ever-growing population.
It's like you've never seen before.
For Brandon, the coolest job in the valley is certainly hard work.
Oh, now we just sit and enjoy for a second.
But it's also fulfilling knowing he's helping so many survive this brutal summer.
You have to take pride in it. You have to be on top of your game, because if I'm not, then they can't be. And if they can't be, then it's production stops. We can't have that happening out here.
I'm Cameron Polam, ABC 15, Arizona.
In the video, you talked about coming in and saving the day. It gave me, when I first heard that part, I'm just curious where you keep your superhero cape then, and is it behind your truck there? I mean, where do you have it?
I'd say that this is about the closest thing I have to a superhero cape. That gets me around the job site. Most of these job sites can't really go onto it without it. So right behind the seat.
Right. And then you throw your hard hat. That could be kind of your mask, right? So you have
That's
to.
pretty much it. You, yep, took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Well, the way that you put it though in that video about coming in saving the day, these people rely on you guys. I mean, from the dedication that you show. I mean, where do you get that dedication for this job, and how long you've been working with Mathers?
So, I mean, the dedication, I'd say something is just built into somebody. If you're going to do a job, you're going to do it right. Some people aren't built like that. But this job specifically, how important it is to have ice out here in the desert, it's a little bit more than just making money. It's keeping things running out here. A lot of these companies, these construction crews, they wouldn't be able to keep running, keep doing what they're doing if they didn't have any ice. To watch, a guy fall out from the heat and take an ambulance ride, and you only have to see it once to really understand that it's an important thing to have this ice out here. You know.
So it's not just about producing concrete or food production or stuff like that. It's also about actually taking care of
Yeah, the
workers.
safety
Yeah,
aspect of it for
that's
sure.
super. So how did you get into working for Mather Brothers specifically?
So I had actually had my CDL for about a year and a half, and there I was pretty young. I was only 24 when I had it, and a lot of trucking companies don't like to hear low experience and young man. So it was kind of hard finding something that fit me. I didn't like traveling over the road. Saw an advertisement for this job. I decided to give it a chance, and I wouldn't say I fell in love with it, but it's as far as working goes, it's not terrible. I wouldn't even say not terrible. It's a good job. I enjoy what I do to get to know people that I'm delivering to, get to build relationships. It's nice to feel wanted in the position that I'm in.
Hmm.
Now, when you put it on your resume, did you put "I also have an awesome beard"? Did you? Was that one of the resume fillers?
I should have added it, but didn't make it on there.
Well, it took me quite some time to be able to grow a beard. I don't have much one at the moment, but I can grow out a pretty full one. But it took me to my late 20s to be able to get a good beard. So you're way ahead of the game, it seems.
Oh man, it's still weird hearing that because I've had the mustache since I was 19, and that's what I used to get the compliment on. Whenever
Yeah.
somebody had anything to say, it was on the mustache. So now within the last year, I've let this grow out a little bit, and now getting a little bit more comments on that, it always throws me off a little.
Got you. Well, we'll be wrapping up real quick. Again, we appreciate you joining us. What would you say, and maybe you've already answered this, but give you a chance in a different way, maybe, if what would you say the best thing about your job is? What do you enjoy the most or the best thing about it?
Best thing about it is the free water and ice, definitely. No, I'm just kidding. Best part about my job is probably going to be just getting the appreciation from everybody out here. It really does make a difference. Like it to know that I'm doing something that has meaning. I'm not just sitting in front of a computer screen and typing up some numbers or anything. There's always a reason for me to be working, and everybody knows that. Everybody appreciates that. The amount of thanks that I get every day, it just really goes a long way. So
Right.
just making people happy, it's great.
Well, it goes back to the superhero, right? I mean, that's and,
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, it's got to be a pretty cool feeling when you walk into there and people look at you like, "Hey, I'm glad you're here."
Well, I'm sure it's like any other job. You don't get that appreciation and feedback every day or every customer, but when it does come, it feels pretty good. I'm sure.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Brandon, for joining us today. We're coming from the RouteMan Studios here in Pelham, Alabama. And we really appreciate you taking the time out of the middle of your route today.
That's right. He's working. He's a working man in the middle of the route. And thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Mather Brothers, for letting him be able to do this if he told them. So who knows?
So we don't want to hold you up. We want to let you get home on time. So we're going to sign off.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate you having me here.
Have a great day.